الحقيقة كنت خايف، بقالي فترة طويلة جدا بحلم باللحظة ديت. اللحظة دي أخيرا جت.
ممكن مونتاج عاطفي لو سمحتوا؟
Would you be interested in being our guest on the show on Monday, June 18th?
I'm gonna be in San Francisco.
Really?
Yes. Can I be like later?
What about
anything after June 28th?
What about
anything after June 28th?
Well, then
please.
we're into. Well, the problem is then we go on hiatus for 2 weeks.
Come on.
I could have offered you the 25th also, but you know.
June 25th هنبقى في Los
Maybe you can
Angeles.
change what your change your plans.
We will change it. Yeah, we'll handle it.
June 28th. June 25th.
Yeah.
June 25th.
Okay.
Woo! I'm on the Jon Stewart show. June 25th. ايه الافوره دي؟
In a few minutes, Bاسم Yusuf will be joining us. He's a very, very sharp, funny observer of Egyptian politics.
المهم جه الوقت اللي انا كنت مستنيه. البرنامج ده بيتعمل لايف تو تيب، يعني بيتصور قدام الجمهور الساعة 6، يتذاع بعديها بكام ساعة على التلفزيون. اللي بيشوفه الجمهور اللي في المسرح هو اللي بتشوف في التلفزيون، كله مونتاج على الهواء. في نفس الوقت ده الفريق بتاعي كان بيتفرج على الشو بس في لوس أنجلوس.
amongst his people, typically winning elections between 98 and 127% of the vote. In any given election, he was so beloved, so popular that last winter his people demanded he take a well-deserved retirement.
البرنامج كان فيه فقرة عن مصر في الوقت اللي كان فيه مبارك بيموت ويصحى ويخش غيبوبة وعايز يتنقل المستشفى. في نفس الوقت كانت بعض الأصوات في المشهد السياسي الأمريكاني بيهاجموا الإخوان والتيارات الإسلامية وبيحذروا إن مصر ممكن تقلب دولة متطرفة. الظريف بقى إن جون ستيورت كان بيدافع عن الإخوان في الموضوع ده، وبيقول إنه من الطبيعي إن العلاقات مع مصر تبقى متوترة عشان هم ساندوا الدكتاتور اللي اضطهدهم لمدة 30 سنة.
Sorry, we're getting an update.
The former Egyptian president Hosni Mubarak is now reportedly in a coma.
Okay, he was dead. And now he's in a coma. Wait, how can you tell? Whenever you see him, he's just on a bed wearing sunglasses. Maybe he died weeks ago and the Egyptian military is just pulling a weekend at Hosni's thing.
هنا بقى نيجي لنقطة مهمة. هو مش بيساند التيار الإسلامي أو الإخوان، هو كان رأيه إن الديمقراطية هي اللي لازم نساندها، ولما تيجي للسلطة واجب عليك تسمع انتقادات كل يوم عشان منصبك. لكن هنا في العالم العربي عندنا الموضوع أنت مع مين؟ معانا ولا علينا؟ طب يا سيدي أنا مع الرأي اللي أنا شايفه صح؟ لا، أنت إخواني، أنت شيعي، أنت يهودي، أنت مسيحي، يبقى لازم أشك فيك.
So this is all just a big con to get Mubarak a nicer hospital room. Oh, what's wrong, Hosni? Semi-private, not good enough for you? Your roommate too noisy? I don't think so!
ستيورت يهودي أمريكي، لما بيعلق على سياسات إسرائيل بيهاجمها يمكن أكتر مما يجرؤ عليه كتير من السياسيين العرب. بيهاجم المتطرفين المسلمين برضه، والاتجاه المتطرف في اليمين المسيحي الأمريكي برضه، وممكن ساعات يجي علينا، لكن احنا بس بنفتكر الحاجات اللي بتزعلنا.
I gotta tell you, watching people get their first taste of freedom never gets old. I almost don't care who won.
Islamist parties have won a majority of seats in the first round of Egypt's parliamentary elections. The Muslim Brotherhood Party appears to be one of the major winners.
The Muslim Brotherhood is vehemently anti-Israeli. It is not pro-American.
What's with the anti-American stuff? What did we ever do to the Muslim Brotherhood besides support the dictator who oppressed them for 30 years? Look! Who may or may not be a Ray-Ban wearing corpse. Listen! The important thing is this. Egypt held free and fair elections with clear winners so the country can finally move forward.
في مصر وانا بقدم البرنامج بتاعي كان في ناس مبسوطة مني طول ما انا بقول اللي هم عايزينه، لكن لو قلت اي حاجة مش على مزاجهم يقلبوا عليا ويقولوا انت مش محايد. كلمة محايد دي أسوأ كلمة ممكن تسمعها. انت محايد بس يوم ما اكون على مزاجك.
نعم بيجيب استقرار، نعم بتودي الجنة زي ما جابت استقرار وودتنا الجنة ونزلت علينا رضا ربنا قبل كده، صح؟ قول نعم. مالها نعم؟ ما اتقالت قبل كده. جابت ايه؟ جابت هم، جابت غم، وجابت معاها مسودة. دستور مصر طلصة وانتوا كلكم نايمين على المخدة. قاعد يلعبك ويحاورك في كل مادة وبعديها يقول لنا دستور. قول نعم يا اخي عشان العجلة تدور، واللي مش عاجبه في 60 داهية يغور. اسمع كلام اخوانك وخليك امور. بس انا بقى ما عدتش اكل من الكلام ده، انا خلاص مخي طق. انا هنزل استفتاء وبعلو صوتي هقول لا. قولوا علينا اقليه مفسدين، عملاء ومأجورين، فلول ومسيحيين، ضد الاسلام ومش مسلمين. ماشي يا سيدي، اشتم براحتك وشاور كمان، افرح بحشدك باغلبيتك وجازيك على البرلمان. ما هي اقليتنا دي اللي بدات الثوره ديت وصلتكم لفوق. نسيتوا؟ اصل يعني ده ما كانش من زمان. انبسط يا سيدي بدستورك المسلوق وانسى جازيك ورانا وكلامك معانا بالذوق وقلبتك السوداء علينا. مش جديد عليكم ولسه منكم ياما حندوق. ما اللي قبلك كان برضه بيعمل اللي على مزاجه وكله بالصندوق. افرح انت بدستورك واحشد وضلل كمان. افرح بنعم وطلع فينا اللي اتعمل فيك من زمان. اكذب وحور واضحك علينا بالاستقرار والامان. اصل انتوا عارفين آفة بلدنا النسيان. انا بقى مش ناسي، هلف على الناس في كل مكان وهحط 3 كلمات على كل لسان: خان، يخون، وكملوا انتوا بقى. وعشان كده انا بحب الراجل دهوت، لان هو اخد فن السخريه السياسيه لمستوى تاني خالص. 14 سنه هو بيقدم البرنامج ده، والنهارده بعد سنه واحده من البرنامج بتاعي انا ضيف عنده.
هعمله على اوكي
بس انت مش هتعرف تتفرج من هناك لان مش هتعرف تتفرج. انا مش عايز اتفرج، هتوقف تبقى فيه احساس غريب. حبيت ان انت تبقى انت اللحظه اللي انت مستنيها في حلمك اساسا، زي ما تتمنى تطلع رائد فضاء او تطلع تاخد جائزه نوبل، تجي لك في اللحظه ديت. الفتره اللي كانت ورا الكواليس انت مستني هتقول ايه.
فكرت اني ادخل بكامل عشان اسجل اللحظه دي. حركه بلدي معلش.
دخلت بكاميرا الموبايل بتاعتي علشان اصور. دخلتي كان لسه واحد جاي من الارياف داخل على القاهره وبصور اللي حصل لي بالظبط.
واخيرا جت اللحظه اللي انا مستنيها.
My guest tonight, he is a heart surgeon who also hosts a satirical news program in Egypt called Al Barnamij.
كاظم، ايه رأيك في دايرة قصر النيل؟
ها؟
ايه رأيك في دايرة قصر النيل؟
انا شايف لو كل الدوائر بقت كده جلسات مجلس الشعب هتجيب اعلانات.
فعلا. تمام.
I can't believe they have their own Michael Steele puppet. All right. Please welcome Bاسم يوسف.
جمهورية مصر العربية.
مش قوي كده يعني. Wow, you've got live audience.
Yes. Now, you don't have an audience.
Yeah, that's why I use puppets.
You use puppets because you don't have an audience. Now,
yes.
Are there any shows in Egypt that have an audience and they do live studio audience?
No, we are actually trying to do that next year. We're going to be the first Arab satirical political show with live audience, which is huge because we don't actually have this kind of industry. وأنا كنت متأكد إنه ده بيحصل. الفريق بتاعي بيتفرج عليا في لوس أنجلوس.
How difficult is it to do a show like you're doing, a comedy show, when the stability of the country is still in question? because it's difficult for me, and we're pretty stable. But I still get the hate with the people that don't like me.
Yeah.
What happens with you?
But death threats.
Check.
Yeah, check.
We're not so different, you and I.
Sometimes I get beaten. No, just kidding. It's actually, it's been quite a ride, and what we do we broke ground in the television programming, because now people say, wow, he actually says what we want to say. And we try to be funny. We fail most of the time, but we try. Check. Yes. أنا عارف إن في جزء كلكم عايزين تشوفوه. But wait, can I ask you a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Last week, did you have Catherine Zeta-Jones here?
Catherine Zeta-Jones was in your seat, sir.
In this seat.
Your very seat.
كاترين دي بتاعتي أنا.
You're gonna like TV. You're gonna like it. Here's the thing that is very unusual to me. You are a very accomplished heart surgeon as well before you got into this. Now, obviously, Jews and Muslims, there is tension amongst the cultures at times, 2,000 years. But one thing we probably share is that going to your mother as a heart surgeon and saying, yeah, I think I'm going to be a comedian, would be a problem.
It was a problem until actually she saw the money, and and she saw my new big TV and living room, so she was okay with that.
So comedy a little more lucrative than the heart surgery business.
A lot.
غير الهزار، دخلت المجال ده عشان الفلوس. كان في حاجة مهمة هو كان بيسألها.
Sued like every 5 seconds.
I think that's probably smart too.
بصرف النظر ان انا بتهاجم يوميا على الانترنت، لكن من الخطأ انك تبني تصورك عن حد عشان هجوم على تويتر، فيسبوك او يوتيوب. انا مش فاكر اني قابلت حد وجها لوجه واتكلم الكلام اللي موجود على الانترنت ده.
You see what's happening. You come back, you open the TV, and it's a totally different world. It's
الافاتار اللي على الفيسبوك وتويتر بيستخبى وراه ناس ضعيفة وبتشتم براحتها.
Aliens coming down and trying. They are the people who are driving the revolution and the Freemasons. Yes.
فاكر مرة بلال فضل قال لي لما تلاقي حد تعدى عليك بالشتيمة تخيل انه واد عنده 12 سنة قاعد في ضلمة بالبوكسر وقاعد بيشتم على الكيبورد.
فعلا ما عدتش ازعل.
It's very interesting that the medias in our country that are not that there's sort of an establishment media, and then there's what's going on the street, and the twain don't really meet.
Yes.
And you try and occupy that space in the middle of that.
Yes, because it has been extremely funny and hilarious to watch the media right now. I mean, back in Egypt, it's this. We're not very much different.
No, I think you look better in a suit, but other than that, I think we're the same.
It's an Armani.
Look at you. Very sharp.
I had to pay for it. He gets his for free.
Give it 14 years, my friend. It'll come. It'll come.
امال يعني اصرف الفلوس دي كلها وما عايش اتنطط بالبدله؟ مش قلت لكم احداث.
وفي الاخر قال لي كلمتين حلوين.
I watch your program. I had it translated. I don't know a tremendous amount about Egyptian politics because obviously as an American we prefer not to know that much about countries we meddle in.
Yes.
So, but I do know a little something about the humor business. Your show is sharp. You're really good on it. It's smart. It's well executed. I think the world of what you're doing down there.
مش ممكن. هايط.
Can you stick around? We'll throw a little bit more up on the web and have a nice talk.
Yes.
Bاسm Yusuf, ladies and gentlemen.
وفي الآخر طولنا اللقاء شوية. لما القعدة بتبقى حلوة بيزود مدة اللقاء ويحطه على الإنترنت.
In your spare time, you can take out people's hearts, restart them, and put them back in their chests. You're an amazing dude, man. How does this even come about? How do you move from heart surgery to comedy?
The money.
Was that really?
اتكلمنا ازاي انا ابتديت افكر في الموضوع ده وازاي كنت بحلم ان كنت في البرنامج.
No, because can I tell you about my Jon Stewart fantasy? It doesn't.
I should have showered.
Yeah. It doesn't involve animals or handcuffs.
Well, then I don't want to hear it.
Well, for the last 10 years, because I was actually watching your show for the last 10 years.
Where?
Online.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
So where's my money? Okay, go ahead. 10 years online.
And then I always, it's like, why can't we have something like that in Egypt? Because in Egypt you only had the farce programs that really like kind of simple slapstick comedy, or the serious stuff. There was nothing in between that's serious with a sarcastic tone. And I said, like, what should I do to be on the show? I'm not writing any books. I'm not a politician, so I had this dream.
Well, you wanted to get on this show.
Yes, I wanted to be your guest. Yeah, seriously. So you know what I was dreaming about?
What?
That like I will save the day. Like one airplane will have like some sort of a terrorist, and I'll kind of pin him down, and they will ask me, "Would you like to be interviewed by CNN?" It's like, no, I want to be on Jon Stewart. So every single time I go to the plane, I look to that terrorist, and I try to look to a Muslim Arab who might blow up the plane. It's like I'm the only one. It's like.
اتكلمنا على تجربتي في المطارات.
And you know what? You know what happened to me this time going through JFK?
What?
The first time in 10 years after 9/11, I don't get cavity search.
Hey man, congratulations. That's really nice.
Yes.
You're welcome. We called ahead.
And you know what?
No,
I miss it.
Really?
Yes. The TSA officers, they have their way to actually to tell you what to do. So they tell you, would you please open your bag for me, please?
Yes.
Would you please show me your lap for me, please? So now it's like, would you please bend down for me? Oh, you change your boxers, monsieur.
Yeah, very nice.
هزرنا كتير وضحكنا كتير.
And one last thing.
لكن الأهم بقى آخر جزء من اللقاء. بعد الضحك والهزار جه الكلام الجد.
People are afraid of democracy. Actually, they want democracy until someone else they don't like come to power. The problem is that I don't agree with the Muslim Brotherhood or the Salafis. I have like major differences with them.
Sure.
But it's wrong to hide inside your bubble and go running to the military, asking them to protect you, because for 60 years, their rule in Egypt actually have created this kind of poverty, extremism, radicalism. It's the only way is to actually to open up for everybody. Because you know what happened to the Muslim Brotherhood? After the parliament elections, they won by 75%. In 2 months, in the presidential election, they lost half of their votes just because they were accountable for the first time in 80 years. Just give them power and let them deal with it. And believe me, this is the only way for democracy.
It's a wonderful thing, and it's absolutely true.
جون ستيورت كان مبسوط مني في آخر جملة خالص بتكلم فيها على الديمقراطية. تبص عليه كده وهو عمال يهز دماغه وهو بيضحك وبيبتسم، قال لك أيوه هو ده اللي احنا بنحاول نقوله دايما للناس. الديمقراطية، خلي الديمقراطية تاخد مجراها، ما تتدخلش، ما تفضلش تفرض رأيك، ما تنزلش كل واحد من الحكم لمجرد ان انت مش عاجبك.
Democracy is absolutely a wonderful inoculation to extremism, because boy, when it's your garbage to pick up and your sewers to run, it's all of a sudden it's like death to America. But seriously, this garbage has to be picked up.
Yeah.
You got to get over to my house.
I was going to do death, but it's a wrong crowd. I actually keep the death for America for my Iran daily show.
It's a better thing. Once you get syndicated throughout the world, you'll figure it out. You'll figure out death to who. Bاسم, a great pleasure to have you on the show. I wish you the best.
الظريف بقى ان في ناس هاجمتني، ازاي تقول ندي للاسلاميين فرصه وانت طالع ملتحي ليه؟ وناس تانية هللت اني قلت كلام كويس واني طالع ملتحي، بس نسيوا كل ده مع اول تويت هاجمت فيها الاخوان لما رجعت. ايه دنيا. المهم انتهى الحوار، خدت المج بتاعه، جون ستيورت كان اللقاء معاه كان انت قاعد مع واحد صاحبك، كان انت قاعد مع واحد تعرفه من زمان، عارف عن مصر حاجات كتير.
كانت حلوه. هايل. جون ستيورت رائع.
وقابلته بعد الحلقه. ايه حلم يا معلم.
Thank you, sir. That was great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really nice. Thank you very much.
Very, very good.
Thank you.
You know, keep in contact with them, because, you know, production stuff, things that you want to talk about, all that stuff, we can help.
وانا ماشي في الشارع كام يوم بعديها ناس بتيجي بتسلم عليه بيقول لك انت اللي طلعت مع جون ستيورت.
I saw you on Jon Stewart. I saw you on Jon Stewart last night, and you were awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mazel Tov on a fabulous.
Mazel Tov.
Yes. What can I say?
It's Middle Eastern anyway.
Yes, exactly.
والله عجبك؟
يا حبيبي ربنا يخليك. ان انت تبقى انت واخد بالك. الناس مش عارفاني في مصر اساسا. هاي تمام.
Thank you. Thank you.
كان يوم رائع جميل عمري ما هنساه. دلوقتي نرجع لوس انجلوس. كان قدامي 6 ساعات تاني سفر عشان ارجع لوس انجلوس وابتدي اصور تاني بعد ساعة واحدة بس من وصولي. طبعا كنت ميت.
عندنا تصوير بعد 7. عندنا تصوير بعد 5 ساعات.
كتير قوي كده؟